Hello, everyone. My name is Veronica Gutierrez. Today I'll be presenting my analysis of the City of Riverside's budget format. In this presentation, I'll identify the type of budget format the city uses, explain how I determine that format, review advantages and disadvantages, and conclude with a recommendation on whether the city should continue using this method or transition to a different approach. After reviewing the City of Riverside's adopted budget, I determined that the city primarily uses a line item budget format. It has some resemblance of program budgeting, but overall it leans towards line item. It's organized by expenditure, by events, and then within that subset, it has salaries, supplies, labor hours, and which is the clearest indicator of traditional line items. There is some descriptive language of programming, but it's not consistent with outcomes and goals and performance indicators, which is how I determined it was definitely a line item budget more dominantly. And further looking into the line item, this can be categorized as emphasizing on the inputs, on the spending category rather than the program outcomes, where the majority of the numbers are just financially related. There's the absence of performance measures. There's no program narratives or quantifiable outputs. And it has a breakdown of what's going to go into that event: printing, advertising, which further defends the line item. So the advantages to this: it comes with strengths, of course. It allows you to have strong fiscal control. According to Hevelin, line item formats allow policymakers to see exactly where each dollar is allocated, making it easier to monitor public funds and prevent misuse. Secondly, it does support compliance monitoring, so ensuring that the categories are authorized, departments and spending categories are within approved limits. So this ensures avoiding overspending or illegal actions. And the third advantage, it prevents unauthorized reallocations. There needs to be approval before funds are moved, and this further emphasizes the integrity of the adopted budget. With the author Kelsey, they emphasize that line item budget provides flexibility in preparation and administration. Departments can add or delete specific spending categories without restructuring entire programs. This makes the format administratively simple and predictable from one year to the next. Next, I'll be looking at the disadvantages. And despite its strengths, there are some key points to discuss on the disadvantages. It really does focus on the inputs rather than the results. According to Protolo and Ventura, this makes it difficult to determine whether spending actually achieves community goals or improves outcomes. A second disadvantage is that there is a weakened accountability because the funds aren't associated with performance indicators. So there's no true way of showing the effectiveness of these monies. And thirdly, it doesn't measure the performance. So, Protolo and Ventura argue that systems lacking performance measures struggle to meet the transparency requirements associated with good governance because they cannot show value return for taxpayer dollars. And I completely agree with this. I think when there's no precedent or there's no goal in mind, um, the money can just go to waste and not be intentional. So, with that said, my recommendation would be to have a hybrid structure of the line item, but definitely add the program elements to ensure strong fiscal control, but also having the added performance measures to improve transparency, and allow to make confident moves with the finances, so that moving forward, each decision is intentional. We know that there is an impact with these funds, and we're representing the community as a priority. Thank you so much.